Fulton County DA Fani Willis's love life will be front and center in today's misconduct hearing trial in Georgia. There's a chance this could derail her election interference case against former President Trump.
Lucas Tomlinson is here with the latest for us. Hey, Lucas.
Hey, how you doing? Lawrence looks pretty cold out there.
I know,
Now the election. Right?
We need a coat for him, not a vest.
I'll run out there later. Now, the Fulton County election interference case could be decided this week, guys, without ever going to trial. Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee is expected to hear testimony over whether what some are calling an inappropriate relationship with her special counsel constitutes a conflict of interest. Quote, "The state has admitted a relationship existed, so what remains to be proven is the existence and extent of any financial benefit, again, if there even was one." Lawyers are set to argue over this question later today during a hearing in Atlanta. If Willis is removed, it would make it less likely a trial against former President Donald Trump would be held before the November election. The Georgia hearing is scheduled to be broadcast live. Willis has argued that she has no financial or personal conflict that justifies her removal from the case. Bank records from Willis's special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, show more than $800 spent in Napa Valley at a hotel, $2,600 on a Royal Caribbean cruise package, very nice, over 3,000 Norwegian Cruise Line tickets to Aruba, other purchases made to Atlanta hotels, and 1-800-Flowers.com. Now, some think the purchase of flowers means this was not a very serious relationship. Now, if you excuse me, I need to go out and find Lawrence, maybe deliver him some hot coffee or tea, guys, and to his crew.
Yeah, it's only a few miles away. Just give him sleeves. Do you have any sleeves?
Actually, he's just a block away from Lucas right now.
Do you have a snorkel?
I'm willing to entertain anything if Lawrence texts me.
Yeah, take him some of that coffee.
Lawrence, where is your coat, my dear? Where is your coat?
Exactly. You just got a
I
vest.
mean, I paid the price for fashion this morning. I paid the price for it.
We have coats in the bureau.
You look good.
It's in the bureau. All right.
That's very nice of you, Lucas.
Thank you.
And just on the case real quick, I know it's easy to get caught up in the ethics and the values in the relationship.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lucas, you can go. Sorry. But I just want to know about the case. I want to know about the case and the validity going forward.
She
'Cause
denies.
that's going to matter so much on this election.
This is what she's saying. She denies any conflict of interest, and she argues under Georgia law, she can only be removed if the conflict was harmful to the case. But if she's giving taxpayer dollars to her boyfriend and they're traveling all over the
Who's
place.
unqualified.
This could be the first real test for the U.S. Space Force to stop a theoretical Russian nuclear weapon that is in space, not to be dropped on the world below, but rather to interfere with critical U.S. satellites.
This administration has gone further and in more creative, more strategic ways dealt with the declassification of intelligence in the national interest of the United States than any administration in history. So you definitely are not going to find an unwillingness to do that when it's in our national security interest to do so.
The House Intel Chair Mike Turner is calling on President Biden to declassify all information relating to this threat so that Congress, the administration, and our allies can openly discuss the actions necessary to respond to this threat.
Chairman Turner brought this forward yesterday. It's obviously something that I think we need to view as in a serious matter. I guess my first thought was, thank goodness President Trump started Space Force when you hear about what they're talking.
If Russia does this, they'd be in violation of a 1967 outer space treaty. It's unclear where the U.S. is getting this intel, but the revelation comes as the House struggles to reauthorize Section 702 of FISA, the intelligence gathering tool. Still, Speaker Johnson says there is no imminent threat.
I want to assure the American people there is no need for public alarm. We are going to work together to address this matter, as we do all sensitive matters that are classified.
And this president's most common refrain when hostile foreign governments are doing something is to say, don't. The Iranians were backing Houthis. He said, don't, and they didn't listen. When Putin was considering invading Ukraine, President Biden said, don't. He didn't listen. So now we wait to see what President Biden is going to say to Moscow about possibly putting nukes in space.